Alright, so in today's video, I'm gonna go through another AR build, and this time around, it's gonna be a bit harder to build. I mean, the one I did a few days ago, like the main point with that build was like everybody should be able to make it. It should be easy to make, easy to play. But I thought in today's video, we're gonna do an AR build that's like more fitting for my own personal playstyle. And it's gonna require you to have some way more high-end or top-tier items to say. So I will show you guys the build, how to play it, how it works, how to get the items, and also play like a solo heroic mission or control point and just talk about the build and just showcase it. If that sounds interesting, then let's get started. Alright, so in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys an AR build that's a little bit hard to build, I guess, compared to the last one I made, since that one was just made for people to have an easy time to make a build, like super quick and easy to play, right? But this one is gonna require a bit more. But before we check through that, I guess we go through specialization. When it comes to PvE, most of the time I like to play gunner, so this is what I'm gonna be playing for this. We have the Banshee poles, we have a faster reload, pretty good armor kit as well with bonus armor, 10% armor on kill and rate of fire on kill, weapon handling when standing still, and all that. Like pretty solid specialization, right? But if you want to play something else, you can of course do that, but that's what I play. So we'll look at the build though. It's a eagle barrier focused build, and it's kind of focused around survivability and solo play mainly, but you can make this work in group too. So since I kind of like to move fast and Facetank and not sit in cover and be too slow, this is kind of why I made the build, I guess. You can make this build a few different ways now with different gear sets, with different brand sets and all that, but this is how I have it right now. So I'm actually using a Coyote's mask, which I usually don't, but since I want to be playing in 10-meter radius, I feel like it makes kind of sense getting that 25 critical hit damage. And also, if you do play in a group, it's good to buff your team. And the talents that I mainly use is Bloodsucker, which gives you bonus armor, and then Intimidate, which synergizes really well with that, of course. And the way Bloodsucker works is that it gives you 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds, and this stacks up to 10. And first kill gives you 10, second kill gives you 20, so at 2 kills you actually have 30% bonus armor. So the third one you get, you will have 60% bonus armor, right? And it just continues to scale up, which will just give you an insane amount of armor as long as you get kills. And then you have Intimidate, that gives you 35% amplified damage when you are within 10 meters. And as long as we are within 10 meters, we're also gonna get the 25 critical hit damage from Coyote's mask. And then of course we're using the Eagle Bear, which you get from the raid. It's the raid exotic from the first raid. And if you don't know how this gun works, on headshot kill you get the tenacity buff, and tenacity gives you 40 to 80% damage reduction, right? You will take this damage when the buff expires though, but if you manage to get 3 kills, you will not take any of the damage at all. So really good for solo play, getting insane amount of damage reduction. We have the bonus armor as well, so it's just like really good survivability. The damage is not the best, but it's still like pretty damn good. But the survivability is just really nice. And then I choose to use the Fox prayers because damage to target out of cover, really good. And then I could have a M1A in the mix if I feel like I need to use that. Just crit build base because that's just how the game works. All red because we get the survivability from Bloodsucker. And yeah, we should take a look at the gear. Everything is critical hit damage and chance base, as I said. Make sure you get, actually I wouldn't say 60 crit chance. I mean, it depends. It really depends on how you play though. But if you only are close and you are solid, then sure, you could get 60 critical hit chance. If you play and get, like, it all depends on the Coyote's buff, right? If you get 0 to 15 meters buff all the time, then yeah, you can need some more crit chance to get 60. If you get the one in the middle, for example, then 50% is enough. So that's kind of up to you how you play. But yeah, 60 crit chance, or at least I would say 50 crit chance minimum. I'm using 2-piece Providence as well, so I can get some more additional crit chance. I also get 15 headshot damage, which is really nice. And yeah, some of the pieces are not the best at weapon handling here. I would like to have critical hit chance. That's why I made some crit chance. We have Seska as well for the 10% critical hit chance. In some cases, if you play in group, you could swap like Seska to a group, for example, so you get more critical hit damage. Or you could swap like the 2-piece Providence for like a group as well. And this one have weapon damage, critical hit damage, and headshot damage. So you see I lose like a lot of crit chance already on 2 pieces. That's why I'm like not capped. But you gotta work with what you have, right? I use the gloves here, Fenris. Also headshot damage. Oh, I can actually roll at the crit chance, which I should probably do. But yeah. And then Fox Parry's knee pads as well with critical hit damage. So I guess with these brand sets, you can just put them wherever you want, except the Seska. Seska needs to be on either knee pads or gloves, because Seska have a blue mod slot. And you kind of want to go full red on this build. Other than that, you're pretty much open to a lot of stuff to do. Also, another version that I like to play, which is gonna deal more damage but a bit more squishy, is you use a Providence with perfect glass cannon for the 30% amplified damage. You would use Vigilance as well, just for like pure damage. But I feel like when it comes to Eagle Bear, I just like the Facetank and have more survivability, because I feel like the damage is good enough anyway. And I guess worth noting as well, if you're playing Bloodsucker and Intimidate, if you're playing in a group, you're not going to get that much value out of Bloodsucker, but they did add a new talent, which is Adrenaline Rush, which I don't have in my backpack. Yeah, here. So you could use that instead. So 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds. It stacks up to 3 times to give you 60% bonus armor, which is nowhere close to Bloodsucker value though. But in a group, you're not gonna get that many kills, and this will basically do the same job. Other talent, if you do the glass cannon version, you could use Concussion, you could use Vigilance, and that's probably the ones I would recommend. If you don't like glass cannon and you don't want to play with Intimidate, you could play... I wouldn't recommend Headhunter. Headhunter is only for rifles, pistol, and snipers, I would say. Like, it needs to have high bullet, like super high bullet damage, right? But you could use Obliterate, I guess. Unbreakable. But in my opinion, I would go glass cannon or Intimidate type of build. I do like Spotter, but since we're using Eagle Bear, we can't use a Technician with Spotter, which is a pretty good build too, which I did last time around. And with that build, I guess you could use Contractor gloves and Overlord knee pads as well in the mix. But yeah, I think that's basically the build. I mean, you can definitely swap a lot of the brand sets out here. You could use like whatever you have. You can put in Group in the mix. You can put in Group in the mix, for example. You can even put in the Contractor gloves as well in the mix. I mean, super important at least to use a Fenris piece, I would say. But there's a lot of options here what you can do. But this is how I choose to run it. If we take a look at the stats, I guess 52 critical hit chance. I should probably roll the gloves. I would hit 58. 165 critical hit damage. 117 headshot damage. 21 health damage. 98.7 all weapon damage. 39 AR damage. But yes, this is something like this, you know. I might change this in the future though. But yeah, builds doesn't really change too much in this game. Like since they changed to Gear 2.0 and everything got simplified, builds are just really damn simple to do. And pretty straightforward, right? Like you can't do too much as you could like back in the day, I guess. But hey, people ask for builds. I show you what I play and you can take that and do whatever you want with it, right? I will show you guys some, I think a little bit of heroic control point and a little bit of Lincoln, both solo heroic, just so you can see how the build works. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys with that and hope you guys enjoy the video. But like having the shield is of course really good. I'm not sure about the Banshee pulse anymore. But yeah, we get one kill here. And we're just gonna snowball basically. As soon as we get a kill, we're just gonna snowball. We have Bloodsucker. We can go closer, get the Intimidate. I should have saved this one for later. It is what it is. But yeah, basically just full Facetank here. And yeah, Bloodsucker is just so good for soloing. Like really, really good. So we have insanely good survivability. And at the same time, pretty good damage though. My damage could be a bit higher, as you probably saw my pieces. They're not the best. But it works. I think something as well, like this build just gives you a lot of survivability. Like Bloodsucker, yeah, we're not using Vigilance, like Concussion or something like that. We're not using Glass Cannon, we're using Intimidate instead. But with this build, especially I think you wanna go to Shield. I think. But the thing is, I kind of dislike Shield, to be honest. And how it looks like right now, like we're doing fine without it. Like look at the bonus armor. And then we have Bloodsucker. Of course, this is only gonna be really efficient solo. So if you're playing in a group, damn, I'm so tanky, dude. So if you're playing in a group, you would use Adrenaline Rush instead. But that's of course not as good as Bloodsucker. Like look at my freaking armor. And then we get the damage reduction as well. It's just pretty crazy. Kind of don't want to use the skill, to be honest. Just to like see how we can do. But yeah, the other version, when you play like Glass Cannon and stuff, you feel so squishy. With this one, my survivability just feels incredible. Incredible. I can just be in the front and use Facetank. The NPCs don't even shoot. And the closer you are, the easier it's gonna be as well to keep the headshot damage. To get headshots, right? Oh, we're gonna use this here. We are kind of screwed there, but we get a kill. We get the Bloodsucker momentum back. I think I should have pushed her. Oh my god. We actually did her, I think. Almost. We lost all the momentum there. I don't think I should have used armor kit. And you can see how much damage I actually did not take because of the Eagle Bearer. The tenacity buff, right? Like I literally had full HP and I just died. I just died. But yeah, now we kind of lost all momentum. And what did he do? It's just killing himself, dude. And you want to be close, which we are not now. We kind of lost all the momentum, as I said. Should be fine here anyway, though, I think. Yeah. It's like a lot of the builds. Like, it's a lot about momentum. You lose the momentum, you're kind of weak, you know? But I think if you learn how to play this, it should be fine. And I think, honestly, I want to have the shield just in case. I don't want to use it really, but just in case. Or I know people say like, yeah, widdz, you can use a drone instead. But I just don't like skills. I want to use my gun. But I mean, if you feel like you want to have a drone or something as well, like just use that, you know, with like in sync. If that's what the talent is called. But me personally, I'm just not a skill boy. I think we might like do a control point as well, because I feel like that's a bit harder. Like this is so easy. Yeah, on a control point heroic on solo, you're gonna have only elites basically. This is just a lot of reds, a lot of purples. But yeah, if you don't have an Eagle Bearer, then you can't really do this build, I guess, because the focus on this build is just survivability, and the Eagle Bearer is giving you a lot of that. Of course, you can do this with without the Eagle Bearer, and then you would probably play Technician, go Spotter. But then, like, I don't know, like, the thing is, Eagle Bearer, you can't use Tac Laser. Tac Laser, I've been playing COD, huh? You can't use Technician Laser, which means you can't really use Spotter. But you could use this pretty identical, I guess, with another AR, but you're not gonna get really the same effect. Because Eagle Bearer gives you so much damage reduction, makes you be able to use Facetank, which I know a lot of people do like, and me as well. This is just the way I prefer to play, right? Like, just be in their face, and this works really good for it. Be in their face, just beam their heads. I don't know, I love it, and it feels really, really good. I haven't played this build much, to be honest. And yeah, if you don't have the Eagle and want to make an easier AR build, I did make a video about that earlier. There's like so many versions I feel like you can do these days that are pretty identical, depending on what you have and like what you want to do, if you're solo or if you're in group. Like, look at my bonus armor, dude. The thing is, I'm putting in so much damage on them, so I don't really take damage, right? So, I mean, I will probably be fine without the bonus armor, to be honest. But the fact that I have all the bonus armor just makes me have Intimidate all the time. Like, I don't know, it's really good. You can, of course, do something really similar if you use... like when I use Chatterbox, for example, like Intimidate and Bloodsucker or Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush. They work, of course, with a lot of builds. It's nothing like completely new. I like to do that with the Chatterbox. It's pretty damn fun. And Chatterbox is also really fun with Striker. That would be fun now when they buffed Striker, actually. Oh, I missed that guy. Dude, stop moving like that, man. But yeah, pretty good damage, but really good survivability. Like, you can't beat the survivability you get from Eagle. Get a headshot kill. Bam. Have all the bonus armor. Should have actually saved the other guy. Oh no. Oh no. We're not gonna kill this one before it goes immune. There we are. I was a bit worried.
The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
But yeah, I think I might go and do a control point as well. You still like feel the build a little bit more, but feels really good. Extremely good for soloing if you like face tanking, which I love. Like, I don't like sitting in cover, and this is just a really good build for not sitting in cover, right? And being up close makes it easy to hit headshots as well. Oh no. Headshot kill is what we need. We got one. I really miss the accuracy Eagle used to have. Got the Bloodsucker going. Get a headshot kill. We get the tenacity debuff. Debuff for the buff. Guess we can use the CC. Perfect. Yeah, like that. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I think if you like the face tank, even though like a lot of times depending on what you're doing, it can be pretty rough, but this gives you really good possibilities to do that. Let's just check the loot quickly, I guess. But yeah, that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you are interested in more Division 2 videos, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.